Joining us today is 2017 MRS Fall Meeting Chair, Sanjay Mathur. Sanjay, thanks for being with us.
Thanks, Chris, for having me.
So this week's the culmination of years worth of work and effort for you. What are some of the highlights that you're looking forward to in this 2017 Fall MRS meeting?
Yeah, I think the first thing is that MRS Fall Meeting is one of the biggest events worldwide. So the pressure on the society and the meeting chair is enormous. So that's why we started early. So my fellow co-chairs and I, together with MRS almost 2 years ago, started developing the program to capture one of the best snapshot of comprehensive technical content without compromising the scientific depth. So which is a challenge, because this meeting is not only known for its topical content and the size, but it also sends a message for those who are not attending worldwide, publishers, funding agencies, and students. So in terms of highlight, I mean, I've been coming to these meetings for the last 20 years. The whole meeting is a highlight. But if we want to classify, we see that there are three clear pillars for the MRS. The one is to present the best content, the hot areas, cutting edge material science to its attendees, to membership. And the second is to have an outreach and broad impact. Like this year, we have a symposium which is looking at the partnership between the community colleges and university. So how we can promote the material science education in colleges and schools. And the third, and for me the most important part, is to sustain the interest of our young people, so the young volunteers. And for the first time, we are going to have a summit of international chapters here. MRS is represented worldwide through the MRS chapters, which are student volunteers. And for the first time, they are coming forward to host their own, organize their own symposium. So these are the three important things that are actually the highlights, besides the award lectures.
And you hit all three this year. So the meetings are designed to feature the very latest developments in materials research, and that's reflected in the core of the meeting, the technical symposia. So what are some of the trends or new developments that you're seeing reflected in those?
So in terms of this cutting edge broad impact that we want to bring to the whole audience, so these are the Symposium X lecture series, which are presenting the frontiers of material research to a broad audience, telling a story. But if we look, it's a challenging and interesting time for material science. On one side, we are moving towards complete dematerialization through artificial intelligence and quantum computing. On the other hand, we need new materials with functionalities for this neuromorphic computing. So this is one of the highlights of the electronics cluster. And in terms of health, biomaterials, we have materials for tissue engineering, drug delivery, so all the way going up to the application in patients. And finally, the mega challenges of the energy sustainability and how to secure the energies and demand of the whole globe.
Which is always growing.
Right, so there we need new materials, and especially looking for substitute materials which are based on earth abundant resources. So these three highlights plus the MRS awardees, these talks are, according to me, my personal highlights. And I'm looking forward to the plenary session as well.
I bet you are. Now, beyond the technical symposia, the program filled with broader impact events, from government agency sessions to advocacy and outreach events and professional development workshops. So tell us more about the broader impact events and why they become such a key part to the MRS meetings.
I think MRS has been active for a long time for outreach and broad impact, and there is a committee which is looking after. So the technical program is very carefully scrutinized for these events, which are cross-cutting, going across the borders of disciplines, and also looking at where we can make more impact beyond the clientele that we have here. How can we go further and look for new areas? And these partnerships with schools, community colleges, something which is having a broader impact. Bringing more internationalization and drive in the society efforts, and also looking at the diversity, which is so not only the gender, but also geographical diversity.
Now, Sanjay, before I let you go, volunteering to be meeting chair is a big responsibility. A lot of time and effort goes into this. So why did you volunteer for the role? And quickly, what advice do you have for someone thinking about going into it?
Yeah, thanks for bringing this up. I think this was, for me, when I was asked, a pleasure and a privilege, because I've been coming to this meeting for the last 20 years, and it has played a big role in my own professional development, my collaborative network. So you learn a lot. So it was a win-win situation. And I must say at this point that the meeting is perfectly engineered by the MR staff. So you work very closely. and you are groomed to be a meeting chair. So at the end, you see much better from different perspective how the MRS leadership is thinking in terms of offering more to the members and involving more members from a grassroots activity. So in those terms, it was a perfect opportunity, and I can just encourage my other colleagues and volunteers to come step up and say, okay, this is something that can be done. And in terms of challenges, I think two aspects are very important to sustain the interest of young people so that they choose material science as their professional option, and looking for diversity. So I think this is a US meeting, but we still have a big international presence.
And people from all across
all over
the
the
globe.
world. So we need to continue these efforts and to really bank upon this potential that we have.
Well, continue to do the great work. We appreciate what you do for it. Sanjay Mathur, thanks for your time.
Thanks, Chris.